All right. We're going to trade the 25K funded. Okay. Let's just make sure this mic sounds good real quick. All right. Sounds good to me. Okay, so here we go. We traded since episode 1. This is episode 6. All straightforward. Yesterday was the best day. I called it early day, but other than that, all the other days great. We went pro on the other account, so we have this one here. And then I'm gonna make sure I'm sharing the right screen here. Can you guys see the screen, or is that? Let me just make sure that I can see, because sometimes it'll like freeze up on OBS for some reason. See, I don't see my mouse moving. Okay, I don't know why, but I think the screen's frozen. Hold up. Why does it do this? I've been having a lot of technical difficulties recently with these. For some reason, I don't know why, like OBS just wants to freeze right now. Let me try to reset the screen on it really quick. That might work. All right, let's see how long that lasts. So right now you can see I have this account here, and then we went pro right here on this one. This one's officially pro. I took one trade on it, or 2 trades. No, yeah, 2 trades, but all within the same technical like pattern. But set a very tight stop loss. Of course, we have a trailing drawdown, so I got stopped out. I'm down $9, I think, or something like that overall after commission, or before commission. So we're going to 14 right here, I guess. But we're going to grow this one and see what happens. I'm going to try to keep an eye on the screen, because if it freezes again, I'm going to have to figure something out. But as of right now, it seems to be working fine. I am up on this account right here. I'm up $50. On this one, I am down 14. With the funded account, same exact strategy besides faster take profits. I won't be holding my profits like I was when I was trading evals, and very tight stop losses because it's trailing. It's not EOD, it's trailing. So I am going to make sure that I'm very secure and fast with it. So on that note, I have a tiny ATM here, automatic trade manager, to automatically set my stop losses for me. And I have that value as $1 and stop loss only. And the stop loss is $50. The max I'll lose in that trade is $50. Now, of course, I do adjust this, so I give myself a buffer room from 50 to 150. So if I ever want to move up my stop loss a little bit, I can do that. Because there's some times where it'll place a stop loss. I'm like, okay, ideally, yeah, I'll take 50 if it's too far away from its recent high. But if it's right next to its previous high, I'll adjust the stop loss to above that previous high, so that If it did want to break above that previous high, it's obviously choppy or growing. If I was in shorts, this is a short example, because today looks like it's going to be a short day. So I have that there. It's not a bad idea to have your stop set as a trailing stop. It's not a bad idea. I manually do this. I'll manually start pulling down my like in shorts, for example, I'll manually pull down my stop loss with it. Now, again, you want to secure your profit. You don't want to sit here and just hope for the best. Whenever you're in a funded account and you have trailing drawdown, or if you're not in a funded, you still have trailing drawdown. Like on Apex, I believe they have trailing. One reason I don't like it. Trailing is very difficult. I would suggest starting with EOD before hitting that trailing, because trailing takes severe discipline. It's like going to be your max discipline. If you can pass with the trailing drawdown, you are golden. If you can, I mean, you can't get lucky and pass a trailing drawdown unless you're trading some kind of CPI report or something like that. Those are the people that cringes me. That cringes me so hard. There's people out here like FSP on YouTube. He buys a bunch of accounts, and he basically, I'm not here to talk trash about anybody, but he basically buys a bunch of accounts and trades these CPI and PPI reports to pass a bunch of them. And that is not a good trader. That is not a good trader. That is literally, if you can't pass the account without a CPI report or a news report, you shouldn't be trading the funded account anyways. So it's there to be strategic and disciplined and consistent. If you can't pass an account consistently, then you're not a good trader. You're just literally, mathematically, for example, what he does, buys 20 accounts, blows 17, passes 3, and gets about $1,000 payouts on all 3. Mathematically, you are making money from that. You can. It's a strategy in itself, but it's not a trading strategy. It's not a strategy for trading. As a strategy that he put together for, like, I guess, how would I say this? It's basically flipping. It's still buying and reselling, but it's not trading. So I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, you make money on it, you do your thing. You know what I mean? So if you're making money on it, you do your thing. So obviously you're making money there somehow, some way. But it's not a consistent trader. Consistent traders don't need the CPI or PPI report to pass a bunch of accounts. So just to throw that out there. So trailing drawdown is very difficult. Very difficult. If you're pushing to be a consistent trader, that's going to be your rough spot. That's why I would suggest just practicing whenever you have your EOD drawdown, practicing with it. And that's why my strategy is so effective when it comes to, I might take smaller profits, right? You're used to so many people going, at 9:30 to 10 o'clock, it's a make it or break it, and they make $1,000 and walk away for the day. It's a cool concept, right? You can do that when you have a cushion built. Right now, you need to practice like a consistent, true long-term trader, not a short-term get-rich-quick trader. When you start feeling like you're a long-term investor and you don't care if it's only $20 a day, as long as you're making money in progress, that's when real money starts flowing in. If you shoot for $20 a day, as an example, a lot of the times you start making a lot more than $20 a day just because of the mindset. So you get more than what you put in there. Let's go see if this froze yet. No, it's still going. Okay, we're good. Sweet. Just wanting to make sure there. Now, again, we are trading right now. I'm on the pro, and we got another little what you call it, eval here, but we're trading the pro right now, and there's no consistency rule on this, right? We got trailing drawdown. We got the daily profit trigger. This is maxed at 10K on a pro account. You can only make $10,000 a day, which, I mean, most people won't even hit that. Even good traders usually won't hit that until you have a cushion built and you can start, maxing out your position. But other than that, when you go pro plus, this gets removed. So let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna place a few trades on the funded, but we're gonna be patient. And I'm telling you, you guys have seen me trade the evals, right? It's just the same exact thing, besides heavier discipline. Heavier discipline, as in I will not trade. Like I will literally stare at the screen all day and not place a single trade if I don't find it valuable. So don't get upset if you're sitting here looking at it with me. Seeing no action. I guess I could always trade the eval if I want to until I see a good setup. I think that's the whole reason I got it on here. Be very careful for you traders out there that's looking at this as a potential good deal area, don't get me wrong. I see a potential good deal in the shorts, but it's overall down, right? But it's significantly down. It's very oversold. We could reverse here and pop back up to the 25,455. Now, again, I'm not trading on reversals. That's another big thing, especially with trailing drawdown. Don't touch the reversals. Just go with the flow. But I'm saying that's why I'm not trading right now. I'm not placing a single trade right now, not shorts or longs. I'm going to let it do its thing real quick because I think this is probably going to reverse. But I don't trade reversals until I have a nice little cushion built. Right now, I'm not. Again, a friendly reminder, go back and look at your previous trading day. It'll give you a little hint of what could be happening. You could find that these patterns tend to repeat themselves and find what looks very familiar, very similar to what happened in the past. Past patterns tend to repeat themselves, especially in the most recent. Usually it's the previous trading day. So I think what I could see here is usually it's right at market open, right? But that's just an invisible made up number at 9:30. Like it's just a number. So don't view it as like, oh, market open, it's going to look like market open. It's like not necessarily. Just look for the pattern. So it's not all going to look identical, but look at it like this. It pushed up very consistently here or here. Let's take this for example. Pushed up, pulled back down, pushed up consistently, then ripped down. And then look at this. Pushed over, right? It's kind of pushing up here from its downtrend. Pushed over, pushed up, consistently pushed up, then pushed back down. So this push over and then push down, push over, pull down, push over, pull down. Its lowest point, what happened? It started to reverse to its previous retest. This lowest point, what might happen? It might start to reverse to this previous retest, 25,500. You see how it would add exactly up where I originally thought it was going to go in the first place. So it's only validating my initial analysis that I looked at with price action. With price action itself, I could see it pushing back up to that area. I'm not going to buy longs there. That would be predicting reversal, and it's a very dumb thing to do. To be straightforward with you, I don't mean that in a mean way. I catch myself sometimes accidentally doing it. It happens. We're human, but it is not smart to do that. You want to make sure that you're putting the odds in your favor, not predicting reversals. Predicting reversals literally like being the devil's advocate all the time. No one likes that person. Nobody likes that person. Don't be the one because there's 90% positive comments that you're going to be the one comment and they're going to go, well, actually, I can argue against this just to be the oddball. It's like, dude, nobody likes that person. Don't be that person. And that would be the person that tries to predict reversal. Just because you're like, oh, well, if I am right about this, I get to go in the chat and tell everybody how I was right and they were all wrong and I told them so. I told them it was going to be reversal. I mean, if you keep doing that every single day, you're bound to be right eventually. You know, it's like, but then at the end of the day, who has the money in their bank account? So, you know what I mean? So try not to be that person. Try not to be that person. Try not to compete. Do this for yourself and not for validation and proof that you can trade to others. Don't try to do this to prove to others you can trade. Do it for yourself. That's why I made that video yesterday about the whole ego thing. It's true. It's prop firms are excellent at exposing your ego. And a lot of people take that the wrong way when you're like, oh, your ego is being exposed. They take that as like some kind of hit or defense or like, you know, they get defensive. It's like, why get defensive? It's literally, it is. It's true. It does it to me. It does it to you. It does it to everybody. And if you deny that, you're never going to get anywhere in life because you're denying the truth. You're absolutely denying it because you hate to admit it. Surely to goodness, you guys aren't denying that. Let's see here. Wait, shut the front door. Hold up. Hmm. All right. Looks like shorts it is. It is oversold, but more than likely this thing will try to keep dropping. But we gotta, of course, be careful. This thing looks like it could possibly push up here. Well, it looks like it's just me, myself, and I in the live stream. Oh well. I really don't care. It's totally okay with me. Hmm. Let's see here. So my mic working? Yeah, it is. Okay. Screen working? It is. Okay. Awesome. Let's see.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Dude, why am I having so many technical difficulties, man? It's like I can't just have a smooth. Let's, let's see if that works. Maybe that'll work. Okay, I think I got it fixed. We'll just run with that. I think that's good. Appreciate you letting me know that. Oh man, I could have bought some longs right there. It is somewhat choppy in this area. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. I'm going to give it a second. I'm actually going to go grab me a water and stuff, so I'll be right back. But I'm going to leave the stream running and just come back in like 5 minutes. So, 1 second. All right, just letting this thing set up right now. It's starting to get there. Again, I am I'm trading the funded right now. I'm not getting many people watching, and that's totally okay. I'm not gonna strive for many views, like I said in like a few episodes ago, like in episode 2. Um, I'm mainly doing this for myself. I want to be able to go back and watch the videos and stuff like that in the future. I think it'd be cool to watch. But on episode 1, this account right here was a fresh eval. We were down 700. Then we built it all the way up. We passed it, and we went funded. Today is our first day of the pro. You can see in the name. They're different. The name will have pro in it, and it has a different number on it. But right now we are up $10 on it. This eval right here is to trade every once in a while as well. Like when it's not as for example, I could take more risk on an eval because it's EOD, but the other one, the funded, is a trailing, so I'm trying to wait for the best setups to take trades on it. So when I want to like trade for fun or whatnot, like quite a bit, I will place trades on this eval, which I'm up 50 on right now. I didn't hop on. I didn't start trading till late today. Usually I'm on here at like 9:30 and starting to trade around 10:30. But it's 11:45 now, and I've only placed like 1 trades. My word said, didn't know you were going live today. How's it going? Oh, I can't complain. Can't complain. Mm. Yeah, I'm going live with this account this whole week. I'm gonna go live. But I can't really go live much on Discord right now because if I run both, it freezes the screen on OBS, and I think it's a performance issue on my MacBook. I think I need a better Mac or something. I don't know. Haven't quite figured that out yet. But yeah, as of right now, I am gonna go live because I'm trading this funded. Right, today's the first day we're funded from the passing the eval. There's no way I'm not gonna go live. I'm gonna be like, heck yeah, I'm going live. I'm gonna show everybody the process behind it. And then I got this one, as I was saying yesterday in yesterday's live stream. I was saying that I finally got this one. I'm up 50 on this one here. Hey, I tell you what I can do. I tell you what I can do. My word. I can't go live right now on. I'm not. Or I can technically, but I'm not going to go live on both right now because like I said, it freezes my OBS, so my live stream freezes for some reason. It was doing it earlier. Like if you rewind the live stream, you'll see what I'm talking about. It freezes and you can't see what I'm doing on my screen. You can still hear me, but what I can do is I can join the voice chat and you can hear me. And you can watch the stream on here, but listen to my voice on there since there's no delay on there. You can hear a lot faster when I'm going to buy or sell or whatnot. If you want me to do that, it'd be kind of like a little podcast, but at least you can still hear me quicker. Does that sound good? I didn't think about that, but that would be, I mean, it would still work out. It won't be so hard on my computer because I'm not streaming my screen on 2 different platforms. All right, there we go. Okay, yeah, sweet. You just might have to, you could watch the live stream on here if you want to, but you just might have to mute it or turn it down on like the YouTube or whatnot. All right, awesome. That sounds good. Like for example, if you mistaken me for buying or something, like if you hear me, because sometimes I'll say I'm looking to buy longs here. That doesn't mean I'm buying the longs right away. It just means I'm looking to potentially buy some soon. Um, if I do end up saying something like that, then you can always look at the stream and see if I am in a position. If you have any questions like, oh, did he buy? Did he buy? The stream's only delayed by like 3 seconds, so you can just go on there and see if I'm in a position, and you'll see it. That'd be a good way you can confirm. Good Lord. Um, I look like crap today. I just woke up. I woke up late. I did not bother to get ready. I don't care how I look. I just started streaming. I just started streaming. I ate some junk food last night. I ate bad last night. I'm trying to eat better, and I ate terrible last night. Man, I tell you what though, something was in the air last night. Me and Sydney went to town to go get a few things in town, and I was like, man, I'm so tired. It was weird. Like I felt like I was like drugged or something. It was really weird. Like you know that feeling when if you've ever taken like NyQuil or something like that, like sleep medicine or whatever. Um, oh my goodness, it felt like that. I was like, what is going on? And then my wife said the same thing. She said, yeah. She was like, I feel very odd. I was like, oh. And then like I don't know, it was weird. The sky looked weird last night because it was like the moon was so bright. It was just everything was just so weird last night. It was one of those nights. It's like eerie. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh, it just feels kind of gives you chills up your spine. You're like feels odd. I felt like that. It was really weird. It was really weird. But it was just. I think it was weirder because it wasn't just me. And my wife was also talking about it. I was like, okay, I thought somebody done drugged me. Then started looking at my drink. What's in there? Sydney said, "You're not staying awake late tonight." Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Was there? That's weird, man. I wonder what. That's odd. That's very odd. It's like yesterday, just a lot of weird things were happening. Very weird. Something did feel very off yesterday. I'm a big believer that like we if you think about it like this, like it's like a radio station, a frequency, a vibe, a vibration, right? That's how you tune into the frequency. Like 101.5 is the frequency. So you tune into 101.5 or something like that, right? That's the frequency you're tuning into to listen to that station. But once you're connected to that frequency, you can listen to what they're projecting on the frequency. So it's the same law of attraction. Whenever you actually tune into the rich frequency, the rich amount of frequency, you can actually tune in to see the opportunities that will make you rich. It's not just going to make you rich to be tuned into it. You have to still take action, of course. But that's where a lot of people are mistaking. The Ferrari won't just appear in your driveway. You still got to take action, but it'll show you the actions you need to take. Basically, like that inner intuition will let you know where to go, guide you. Um, but I'm a big believer that we are all connected in a way. So it's like as a whole, in the entire world as a whole, um, I feel like we're connected. And so when something feels off, your inner intuition's telling you something feels so weird about today. Yeah, it could just be something very small, and it could be like superstition or whatever you want to call it. But I truly do feel like sometimes when everyone feels that way, like something's off, it's almost like we're all connected to some kind of vibe where it's like, we're like something's happening that's weird behind the scenes that we're not aware of. And sometimes I feel like it is too. You just won't know about it until a few months later. Then you're like, oh, that happened when? It's like, oh, maybe that was the day we were all feeling like something was weird and happening. I don't know. It's weird. Very weird. I know it sounds a little hippie-ish. And be careful about investing right now. So there's a reason why I haven't not taken a trade just yet. We are squeezing right now, and this thing could pop back up. It could pop down, it could pop up, but overall, it's probably going to be choppy. So I will probably just trade my eval for a little bit. Hey, my word, do you live in the U.S.? I was curious because I heard your accent, and I didn't know if. Oh, you do? Okay. Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. Ohio. Ohio. Oh, nice. From London, though. Oh, dude, that's what's up. I heard your accent, and I knew. Um, I knew it like right when I heard it. I was like, "Is he from?" It's really cool though. That's really awesome. You live in the U.S. though, because I was not expecting it. Um, every time I meet someone with like an accent like that, they almost never live in the U.S. That's sick. My wife is from here. Recently moved here like 5 months ago. Dude, that's awesome. Well, well, welcome. Moved here like 5 months ago. Welcome. I mean, don't believe all the news. Matter of fact, just keep your head out of the news. They make America sound terrible, but it's actually really, really awesome. So I know you probably know that. The only bad thing about America, and I noticed actually the rest of the world starting to do this, not a good thing. The only bad thing about it is the news. It's the news. It's the politics and the news. If you stick your head out of that, you'll live a great life here. It's awesome. But other than that, because you have your freedom, right? You can go to the store. You can get your Second Amendment if you want to. It's like that stuff. But if you watch the news, all that stuff is real bad for you. So, um, or they'll paint a picture on a specific group of people to make them look bad, or whatnot. Like, yeah, there's some bad propaganda stuff out there, agendas. It's so different. I bet it is. I bet so. There's a, I think the biggest game here, and you'll probably experience this. You probably already have, but I'm sure you'll see what I'm talking about. The biggest picture here, and do not let this go to your head, man, because so many people let it go to their head, and they actually it works on so many people where it gets us against each other, all this other stuff. But here in America, one of the I've noticed the people coming together a lot more. I have, but one of the biggest thing is a race issue. They try to pin races here in America against each other. I swear, if you ever watch the news, they'll make one side look bad and one side look good, and then a year later, it's the opposite. This side now looks bad. This side now looks good. They constantly try to get you mad at the other one, and I swear, it doesn't matter white, black, Asian. It does. It doesn't. It literally. It doesn't matter. Whatever color you are, they genuinely in America. One of the bad thing about news is they try to do this like whole pinpoint thing on each other, and people are starting to realize it. Um, I think they started to realize it years ago, but people are actually starting to understand it. Um, but oh my god, man! Sometimes it gets to people's head. It's like, dude, sometimes it gets to people's head so bad that like it's just, I don't know. It's just bad. Yeah, yeah, all the time. With current affairs, it's a bit challenging for foreigner. Oh man, yeah, I see. I bet it is. I bet it is, bro. I bet so. Hey, you know what to make it easier though? Driving a Ferrari. No, it's just materialistic things, right? It's like so many people are like against it, against materialistic things because there's better things that money could be spent on. It's all about what you want to do. But if you like, for example, me, I love material things, but I don't like love them. You know what I mean? It's like money. I don't love money. I like money and I love using it as a tool or an asset to make life easier on me. So I like money. I don't like love it. I wouldn't do anything, absolutely anything for money. But I would do a lot for it, but I wouldn't do anything. If it meant my happiness, absolutely not. Um, but I think that's the key, right? That's where the root of all evil comes in, that feeling, that love for it. But for example, the Ferrari, dude, if you have the money, why not buy a Ferrari? If you're the one that made it, you lived the life. Yeah, there's people out there that don't have the Ferrari. Okay, there's some people out there that genuinely can't get it, but most of the time, it's their own fault. Most of the time, they haven't planted the right seeds. They are fully capable, but won't do the work, and then expect you to give it to them or expect you to not live that life. They say you're a bad person if you buy the Ferrari. Why? I worked for it. I wanted it. You wanted that. You wanted to go buy McDonald's. I don't want McDonald's, but you wanted to. Should I shame you for it? It's like, you know what I mean? You hardly see the Ferraris and Teslas stop regularly. Yeah. Oh man. I might grab some, or I'm tempted to grab some shorts here. I am tempted. Hmm. I'm gonna grab one short. I'm thinking about it. Grabbing one short, and I might not be getting the best deal right now though. Let me see. With my pro account, I need to be very cautious with if I'm getting the best deal or not. Oof, that's what I didn't want right there. That's the whole reason I didn't enter the short in the first place. Okay, we gotta be very careful on this. Might grab some shorts up here for a quick pullback, but again, this could be reversal, so we got to be very cautious. I would set a automatic stop loss. Hmm. Yeah, I think I might just wait for a pullback. So far, this 5-minute candle closes in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, so I'm gonna wait for that. If it closes decently, then I'll buy longs on the next candle here. But if not, it might see a little pullback potentially. But overall, it looks like it's going to start trying to push up here. This might be a reversal. If it does reverse, it could pop back up here. We could see something very similar to that, and then eventually pulling back down, probably. Uh, but that's like longer term, like eventually probably pulling back down. But potential reversal there. That's if it does as it looks like it's going to. There's our support line that we could see a bounce on. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a pullback. It might just start shooting straight up and just like going with my line here. It's definitely a possibility. I would like to get an entry, but I want a better deal on it. We'll have to see what happens here. Never mind. Looks like it's going to. Like this might actually end up being shorts. Yep. I wanted this thing to go up, but it looks like it might, and it still might, but there's a decent chance it could also start to potentially see a pullback. So I think I'm going to buy some shorts up here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Buy 2 shorts, and I'll set a stop loss if it breaks new highs. I'm going to be very, very careful because momentum is pointing up right now. And I'm with trailing drawdown, so I need to make sure I'm securing profits. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this in.
Order filled.
I got to lock it in fast and steady. So I'm up $73. This is with the pro right now. So we're at 1,498, and trailing drawdown, you can see it never goes above that 1,500. It'll always stay below 1,500. Again, the same, look, there's that good deal area. There's a potential support right here. I'd be locking it in. Now, of course, that's such a large candle, this will probably continue to fall. Potential good deal for longs if it does want to pull back. I would just be very, very cautious. Probably go with the flow on the shorts, but just a heads up. It could have another pop up. I could see another pop up, like for a quick day trade. It's possible. Anything's possible. About to go all Disney Channel on you guys. All right. This could be another run up right here, possibly. Right off my support line. You can see that support line was crucial. I was going to buy longs there too, but that was the good deal on that support. I have a very valid support line right there. Again, my I have a tiny ATM. I named it tiny because it's a tiny, because it's my funded. it's $50. And of course, I adjust that. I'm willing to go up to 150. So I'm willing to lose 150 bucks in a trade. But again, that's a stop loss that I don't necessarily want to hit. I think that I would get stopped out before it even hits my stop loss, but this is to prevent, like, this is the max. So just a heads up, it'll be the max I'm willing to lose, but don't want to hit the max. You don't have to hit the max. Like if basically if trade is still looking good and validated and I'm down 100 bucks, I'll stay in. But if it's invalid and I'm only down $60 and it hasn't hit my 150 stop loss, then I will literally get out of the trade. This thing's doing exactly like I was expecting. It came back down to my support line, bounced up. It's following my line here. Looks like we're going to be having a little breakout. Again, overall, we're in a downtrend, so you got to be careful, but this could be reversal. I'm just going to keep going with the flow. Basically, with this, I'll start buying longs. It's a pretty good chance this thing could start ripping down earlier than coming all the way back up here. It's a part of me that wants to buy shorts right here, but I'm trying to be patient with it. Just speaking out loud. Might buy longs here for a scalp.
Order filled.
Buy longs. For a quick scalp, this is going to be a very fast trade. I'm only going in with one. Five-minute closes in 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Order filled.
Adding to my position. Five-minute closes in 50 seconds. $185. Should see a nice push up, but it might not. It might hit my stop loss. Noticed how I'm only down 50 bucks, but my drawdown is down 100. It's that trailing drawdown for you. This is going to stop me out.
Stop filled.
Why does that have to scream my stop? Stop filled. Screams at me, man. Okay, let's reevaluate this. I hate it because it's going to have a nice bounce right here, probably at my support again. But I don't know if I can get myself to buy back in.
Order
I'm
filled.
buying along. I'm going to take the risk on it. I'll set my stop loss below its previous low. And I'll add as it confirms.
Order filled.
Or gives me a better deal. 1 minute candle closes in 15 seconds. Hopefully I don't get stopped out on this one either. And if I do, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to overstress it. It is red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle, red. I mean, you know, you could either wait for the close of a green candle or expect another red candle. Makes sense. Pretty nice push up there. Five-minute closes in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's part of me that's tempted to leave this position until it confirms. It hasn't confirmed yet. 1 minute closes in 10 seconds. Hopefully it closes green. That would be a good sign. Boom, it closed really green there. That's a good sign, but not confirmation. Nice push up. We're up 80. I'm going to go ahead and take my profit. It has a lot of room to push. Well, it's not letting me sell.
Order filled.
Yo, did you guys see that? It wasn't letting me sell my position. I still profited from it, but that was not letting my... Dude, this thing just freaked me out. It wasn't letting me sell my position. I was over here spamming the close button and it wouldn't fill my order. And then finally it filled it. I mean, I still profited on it, but that was really, really sketchy. He said, yeah, same here. Exactly. Wait, you experienced that too? The whole, it wouldn't let you fill? That was really odd. I've never experienced that before. It's never done that. That freaked me out. I mean, I still profited on it, so I'm not complaining too much, but I'm up 61. But dude, that was, man, I was up 89 at one point. I would rather have the extra 20 bucks. At least we experienced it together. You're not alone in it. You're not crazy. I might need it. You know what? If that happens next time, I'm gonna, since I have TradingView pulled up, maybe if you experience that, maybe have 2 different platforms. So if it won't fill you on one, like NinjaTrader, it wouldn't fill me. Maybe if I go over to my MNQ on TradingView, I wonder if it would have filled me on there. So next time I'll go over here and try to hit close position on here too. This might have another push up here. Might buy in shorts though. I don't think I'm going to go long. Although I do think I can see it possibly pushing. I will say I could see it pushing possibly here. Uh-oh. Possible short opportunity. Nice. Nice short opportunity right there. I might I'm gonna wait for this 5-minute close. We got 2 more minutes. No, we got 3 more minutes, my bad. I'm gonna buy some shorts right here.
Order filled.
I am buying at a previous low, so it's kind of risky. Just a heads up. It's a riskier trade. I'm willing to take it, but I will admit.
Order filled.
Buy 2 contracts.
Order filled.
Hopefully this doesn't stop me out here. Come on, don't stop me out, man. This candle's really important here. It closes in 15 seconds. It does not need to close green. Ideally, I want this to be another red down. It's like a 3-bar play if you're familiar with that. That's what I'm really looking for here. I'm going to go ahead and lock in my profits right there.
Order filled.
It's probably going to keep dropping, but I'm not going to predict new lows here. I'm sure this thing's going to keep falling. I'll go ahead and lock in that profit. That way my trailing drawdown will stay up. I'm up. My trailing drawdown is still 1496, and I'm up 125 so far. This will probably see new lows here. And I can scalp it, right? I can always get back in. That's the good thing. If I see something else, that's the thing I want you to integrate in your mindset. If I see anything else, then I can always re-enter the trade. So get out, secure the profit. If I think that it could continue, and I really do think so, I can get out of the trade, then go do analysis. If I can do analysis fast enough and see the potential again, I can re-enter the trade. It's not like you have a pattern day trader rule or anything like that. Like, see, I grew up doing option trading on SPY, so I had to wait to the next day. And that's not without margin. That's not even with a cash account. I had to still wait to the settlement of my profits to trade the next day. So I could only place, what I had in my account balance, and then I had it after I was done with that only one time. After I was done with that account balance, I had to wait till the next day for the profits and the rest of that account balance to settle to trade again. So it made you not. It built this like mindset when I first started prop firms of like whenever before I hit the 25K to get past that roll, um, it it sets a mindset to a lot of people of like, oh, I can't exit this trade, but really you can get out and you can just get back in. You're paying like $5 in commission. If that MNQ, I think it's cheaper. I think NQ is $5 in commission. So you can always re-enter a trade. That's what you want to have. You want to have that mindset. Yeah, be careful. This could reverse right back up. This could reverse right back up here. Lags like crazy. That might be your internet. I would look at getting some doing an internet test, because you might have good internet. It might just be a problem with it. You might be able to like reset it or something, reset your modem or your router. But it could be your internet, because mine's not lagging. Mine's being very smooth. It just wouldn't fill the order for some reason. Um, but if you do have laggy internet as a day trader, you want to make sure you get some good internet. Which honestly, my internet's not expensive at all, and there's some pretty good deals out there. But I would look into that. I would look into that because mine's not lagging. So, not saying that yours isn't lagging. I'm saying if it is, I would look into it, because even with the best internet providers, sometimes there could be problems behind the scenes that you can call and get fixed. Oh yeah, that's probably some kind of subscription issue. I had that same problem like a few months ago. Actually, I think I have a few videos on it. Potential reversal happening. This could act as a resistance and pop back down, possibly. Might grab some shorts. I think I'm going to grab some shorts, but I'm going to try to give this 1 minute candle some time to close first. Because a lot of times, look in the past, like whenever it closed, like whenever it's overbought, it's at a previous resistance, it will close green or red, but the next candle usually opens to that previous high. So when it opens, this next candle, if it does see that previous high or even peak above that previous high, that could be my short opportunity. So I get the best deal. No, I might miss it waiting on the best deal. Here we go. This is what I was talking about right here. I didn't enter. I did not enter that. I probably should have. No, I'm not going to enter the short. It's at that resistance, but it's holding really well there. It closed green. The whole idea is buying when it's green, buying the shorts when it's green, and then it closes red. That's the whole idea behind that. But if it doesn't, then it's likely to keep trending up, and it might start following this path again. I'm going to buy some shorts up here, I think. It's at a previous resistance. Trying to give it time to close first. You know what? I'll just wait for more of a confirmation. I don't want to try to predict reversal. I almost caught myself. Squeezing. I think shorts are the best deal right here. I think that if you're going to get the best deal, it's going to be shorts. I wouldn't focus on buying longs just yet. I know technically the current trend right now is up, overall is down, but this is probably going to be the peak of that. I'm just waiting for a little more of a confirmation. It could bounce back up right here. The shorts would have put out really nice right there. This thing could pick right back up here. This could actually be some good longs for a short play, or a short play, for a small play. I wouldn't say that. That word is not for a long play. Let's say that, but for a short period of time. Came out wrong. Yeah, this could pick right back up, man. It could become a better deal, so I'm kind of hesitant on buying the longs here, but this could be the bounce back up. I hate not getting the best deal because I don't like to buy and then hold in and I'm down and I could have just waited for a better deal. The whole idea of trading MNQ is because you can average in. This thing's going to keep pushing. Yeah, it's a pretty high price right now, but it is technically in its uptrend. I'm just going to be careful and watch. Again, with this, I'm trading the pro account, so with the funded account, I'm going to be a lot more scalpish, a lot faster in my trades. So it's going to be hard to kind of copy these if anybody is trying to copy them. And there's only 2 people watching, but just a heads up. I might look at some shorts here soon. It's hitting my desired area that I drew right here in the circle where it typically would start to pull back. Even if it doesn't come all the way back down to its original area, like following the path, even if it wanted to reverse and come back down here and then start trying to trade back up, either way, that pullback is still a very nice pullback if we can get in on it right here. If it goes there and goes up and then decides to reverse, that's fine. Or if it comes down and tries to bounce here, but instead comes back down here to new lows, that's also fine. But either way, this pullback is almost inevitable. Now, it doesn't have to happen, but definitely can. Might break highs one more time. Take notice of the RSI actually maintaining above that 50. Anytime else it came back down to retest lows, it never actively traded above 50. It always pulled back right back down to its oversold area below 50. And right now we're actually maintaining it, dropping and growing above 50. It's still technically a good deal for shorts, but I'm just saying it is a sign, it's an indication we should look at. We should keep that in our mind. Now again, if I want to scalp this, I could scalp the longs right now. I mean, technically speaking, it is in an uptrend. So I can sit here and buy the red candles and sell the pullbacks. Now, I do think reversal will eventually happen. I think it is due, and I'm pretty good at predicting reversals. I'm not going to predict it on this one. I'm just saying it could happen, but as of right now, I'll just buy longs every pullback until it confirms. Man, that pullback would have been nice. I'll be honest with you. I like the Ninja Trader better than I even like looking at the Trading View. The only reason I like Trading View is because you can have custom indicators on Ninja Trader too. It's just no, they're not kind of built around that area. Trading View is kind of built around the whole customizing thing. I'll say that's another good thing about I don't like them anymore, but Thinkorswim, they were pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. If it wants to drop, this would be it. But it never broke this previous low. It did break this previous low though, and this would be the lower high if it wanted to, right? So this low is lower than this low. Here's the high that could be lower than this high, or this high could be lower than that high. But it never broke this low, so that's why it technically didn't break structure. It's technically still in its mini uptrend. 5 minute closes in one more minute. No. 5 minute closes in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't know why I said that. Sorry. Should have bought the longs right there. Like I said, I caught out the shorts and the longs. Two great trades that could have been. I'm gonna start scalping these longs here. Now again, I'm not gonna predict reversal, even though we're at technically a bad deal because it's at that previous high. It's still overall technically trying to go up, so I could scalp the longs.
Order filled.
I'm gonna buy a long right there. I'm just gonna buy one because I don't like how high I'm buying right now. Typically, like the reversal side of me, this is only a better deal for the shorts. In my honestly, I would stay out of the trade if I was trying to predict reversal, just because RSI is kind of showing us that it wants to trade above the 50, so it's not bearish. Typically, if it wanted to reverse at the good deal area, then it would do so long before this. So I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow here. It did close red on the 1 minute, so I gotta keep that in mind. We are at those previous highs. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in this profit at 20 bucks.
Order filled.
I was only in with one contract. We're in new high territory. It'll probably keep going up. But again, I want to secure my profit. I'm up 155. It's not bad. And on a trailing drawdown, when do you ever see your trailing max drawdown back at 1500? Like it's at the max to the dollar. Like when do you ever see that? That's because I am locking it in. I'm locking it in. Like you never see that. That's crazy. And with my eval, I am up 48 bucks. I might place a few trades on this one too. I guess it really doesn't matter at this very moment because I still have to wait the 5 trading days anyways. So there will be a day either I don't trade at the end of the week or I'll trade at or I don't trade at the beginning of the week. So either way, I guess it's fine. All right. Let's see. Can you explain that trailing drawdown on the funded account? Yeah. Yeah, I'll explain that real quick. 1 second. Okay, there we go. So trailing drawdown, it's a live report. So like EOD drawdown, it's reported at the end of the day every day. So whatever your account ends at is what they update it with. Trailing drawdown's real time updates, so it updates with your just like EOD. EOD drawdown's essentially the same thing, but it only reports like updates one time, and that's at the end of the day. Um, so at the end of the day, if you're up 500, your new trailing drawdown will start from where you're up 500. But with trailing drawdown, it's real time. So if you're up 500, it updates immediately, real 500. So now just say your drawdown's 1,500, right? We are at $25,000. If I were to, we'll keep it even at 1,000. If I were to make $1,000 during 1 day trade, just a single trade, I'm up $1,000. If I take that profit, it immediately updates, like right off the bat, it updates to where now my account balance is at 26,000. So I can't go below 1,500 of 26,000 instead of 25. But keep in mind, here's where the real kicker, right? It updates real time even in open positions, unrealized profits. So long story short, it updates with your highest account balance that it was ever at. So this is why I said earlier that it's surprising to see my drawdown right now at 1,500, because usually you're always below 1,500, because it updates real time on open trades. So unrealized highest account balance is where your 1,500 comes down at. So just say I was up $1,000. I didn't take the profit yet and I was still riding it out. If it were to drop $1,000 to where technically in the trade I'm breaking even, right? I'm actually down $1,000 in drawdown at that point. So I only have 500 of drawdown left before you blow the account. Um, Even though your account's still back at 25,000, it updated to the highest point that you were at, even unrealized. So it'll update the drawdown to 26,000. If you were at one point in that trade up $1,000 and your account was at 26,000, that 1,500 is like trailing you. So your account balance is 25,000, your drawdown's 1,500, your account balance goes to, or your account balance is 1,500, right? Your account balance is at 25,000 and your drawdown is at 1,500, it trails. So if your account balance moves to 26,000, this also moves up to 25,000. So now your drawdown's at 25,000, um, your account balance is at 26. But if it's an open position and you haven't cut profit yet, this still trails and it stays. So if that $1,000 profit starts dropping because you didn't take profit, it starts dropping, it goes down like this, and boom, now you're meeting drawdown. So now your drawdown is still 25,000, and then this is still 25,000. You know what I mean? So it's basically, it trails you. So it follows you, but when you're open position, like you're open, basically, long story short, this is a good visual. Your account balance, it's constantly moving when you're in an open position. Your trailing drawdown is moving with the highest point. So if account balance goes up, this goes up. But if this comes down, it stays. So it goes up, stays. So you want to make sure what you want to do is secure profits fast. So when it goes up, this goes up, it stays. Then you're fluctuating a little bit. Whenever you open another position, goes up, cut profit, and then this goes up and stays. Instead of you going up, not cutting profit, this goes up and then coming back down and selling. That's not what you want to do, because this will always go at the highest point of wherever your account is. So it's that's why it's hard. That's why it's very hard. But a true consistent trader, that overall could pass it. A true consistent trader, even without the rules set in place, it's already what a true consistent trader would be willing to do. I think the chart isn't moving on YouTube. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think it is either. I absolutely hate when that happens. Why? It's like it is only the trading view because my camera is working. It's so weird. So I know how to reset it. It just, it keeps doing it. So restart, boom. There we go. Very odd. I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you telling me that because I didn't even notice it. So we're not up a lot today, guys. I'm still trading. Still got plenty of time. But we are in the pro and it's doing okay right now. We're up 155 on it. The trailing drawdown, surprisingly, it's 1,500 because again, the trailing drawdown usually you're always at least 1498 is like the max I think I've ever seen. But 1,500 somehow on the dollar is insane. And then this account is still up $48. I haven't really traded it much. So this did exactly what I was expecting here. Besides, it was over a little bit. But overall, and what that means, instead of direction going down, it's starting to reverse, and this is what you call reversal. But instead of it going down, like basically where the high of these bubbles are, it's starting to try to go up. Doesn't mean reversal is going to happen where it's going to go straight on up, but it does mean that it's starting to try to go up, meaning we might see some kind of sideways action at least here. So even if it did want to start dropping back down, most of the time it's not just going to go straight to a downtrend again. Most of the time it'll start kind of going sideways and trying to trade up and down, up and down. I think this is what's going to happen right here. Push up, lower high, and possibly start coming back down. So this is exactly what I think is going to happen. I'll go ahead and draw it so we can go back and watch for my future self. So when I'm watching the live stream, if it's right, I'll be like, oh dang, up here, lower high, then pull back down. Then it could possibly start going back up. Again, that's predicting reversal though. If I were to try to short that, it is in an uptrend. It's going to start pulling back up here. I do think eventually it's going to reverse. I do think it's time for it to pull back down, but it's in an uptrend right now, and you're probably better scalping longs than anything. Even though I'm good at predicting reversals, I think that we will see one. I might buy some longs for a scalp, because technically speaking, it is. I might give it a second. But technically speaking, it is in its uptrend. I do think the pullback needs to happen though. After that red candle just closed right there, it makes me want to buy shorts on a pullback up because it's starting to point down here after it broke the previous low. It's kind of breaking structure, micro structure here. It was in this nice uptrend, then boom, rip right back down. It hasn't broken these previous lows. 5 minute just closed. Ooh, nice. It's making me a wee bit nervous here. Might buy some shorts on this one. I don't know if it's going to break new highs again. I think this one might actually make a lower high here, kind of like I had planned originally over here. Yeah. Now this could bite me in the butt right here. So I need to be careful. I didn't get filled, but I want to go short. This thing could still push up. I'm trying to determine here. Don't want to predict reversal. I think on a micro scale though that it did break that structure a little bit, but it's holding back. It's holding the support really well. Here we go. It's gonna start falling. Nice big move to the downside. Nice. Watch out, this thing could have another. So this happened, but just a little bit different than I was expecting. Watch out for this. I want to delete these actually. It's distracting. I'll stay with the pro account. We caught out that little peak right there, though. Nice pushback down, man. You can make some good money on that. Yeah, I mean, I think eventually we do need to pull back up, but I'm just not going to predict a reversal. But yeah, you're right on the 1 hour. It's incredibly oversold here, but I'm not going to go against it. I'm just regretting not buying my shorts. I tried to send in the order too, but it canceled. You see here, canceled the order, or I canceled the order. At 102 is when I sent in the short order, 102, on this red candle right here, guys. On this red candle at 102, I sent the order in right here. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, right here, you can see it. Insane. It's touching our previous support. Just be careful with that. Now, I truly, after such an aggressive sell-off, this thing is highly likely to continue selling off. It is very unlikely for this thing to try to pull all the way back up. If it ever pushes up anymore, it might possibly be a good deal for shorts. Now, I've seen some crazy stuff where it has pulled up quite a bit over some ridiculous moves, right? So it's definitely possible that it. So I might buy some shorts for a scalp opportunity. I just figured it might have pushed a little bit more. Why not? We might start selling off again right here. All right, I'm gonna take a small break. I'm gonna run and use the restroom and get me a water. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, I'm about to go back in there real quick, but I think a trade might be setting up, so I'm gonna pause here just for a second and maybe take a small trade, and then then I can continue doing my thing. Yeah, I still gotta go get a water. I just went in there and saw my son real quick, so that I could say hey to him. All right. It would be a very fast scalp. I'm talking like a 30-second to 1 minute trade. I'm on the funded right now, the pro. We're up 155. The goal is to consistently build this. I don't care how small. I'm gonna show you guys live. Closes in 1 second. Boom. Candle closed green there. Again, we're likely to see a nice pullback, at least to previous lows. I haven't taken the trade yet because it hasn't really. I'm trying not to predict the reversal on it, but I'm trying to see if it'll hold that previous high there. We're getting some real choppy action right now. You're good. There's the pullback right there. I would take profit on that if you took the short position. Just because there was a previous support right here. Though it tests that previous low, if something wants to shift, for example, if this thing did want to start going bullish, it's going to make a higher low, and that higher low is going to be where it kind of touched right there. So can it keep dropping? Is the momentum in its favor? Absolutely. But this isn't about getting the biggest trade you can possibly get. It's about securing your bag and making sure you're walking away with profit consistently. Even if it's not the biggest profit, you don't stand in the entire trade. You're just locking it in. Especially if you have trailing drawdown, you want to just lock in your profit. I would have locked it in on that red candle immediately. And also, it looks like a small move, but dude, I could have been up an easy $100 on that with like 2 contracts, 2 or 3, definitely. I mean, imagine if you could do that, right? That was within a 60-second candle. Within 60 seconds, you can make $100. If someone were to come to you for a 9 to 5 and offer you $100 a minute, would you take it? Bet your butt you would. So take your $100 when you're up in that minute. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, well, my trade's just bigger. You don't even know how to stay in the whole trade. It's like, all right, dude. Well, my bank account's bigger. You know what I mean? That's how I view it, at least. We're gonna see these new lows approach right on down here. It is at previous highs here. So if you're shorting and you want a good deal, you want to buy shorts at a resistance at its previous highs. If it ever breaks and closes above that previous high, then that could be your stop loss. So your risk to reward ratio, it makes sense, right? Your risk is so much lower than your reward. You're risking a lot less margin than you are for the potential margin of profit there. Again, it's trying to hold this as a higher low. It is still technically predicting reversal if you go long here, because it just came from a really aggressive downtrend. If it wants to continue down and in that downtrend, this would be another opportunity for shorts. If you predict reversal, you're saying that you think this will go back up and make a higher low even after all the lower lows, lower highs today. That is trying to predict reversal, and usually you get burned on those. And let's just be real with this, with ourselves here. You usually do get burned on those. Ooh, I wanted to buy some shorts right here. but we got to be very careful. There could be a massive red candle here, but also the opposite could be a nice green candle here as well, or like squeezing. Notice how when it breaks the highs, it gets yanked back down. That's the bears trying to hold in. Let's see if it'll maintain this. Where is this candle going to close? We have 15 seconds. Where did my drink go? I don't know. Hope that's mine. All right. Man, keep hesitating on these shorts here. You know what? I'm gonna go take a breather and get me a water. I'm not gonna trade this part right here. It's too choppy. Let's just let it find a direction. If it starts to confirm down, we can go with the shorts. If it starts to confirm up, we'll go with the longs. But it shouldn't take long to confirm this. We should get it in 5 minutes or so. So I will be right back. Give me a few minutes. All right. Oh, it did try to reverse, huh? Let's see. Is my mic working? Let's see. Is my mic working? Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right. Let's get some action in here. Again, guys, this is something that I can't emphasize enough, and I know I don't get many views or many followers or anything like that, and that's totally okay, right? You know, like I said in that video I made, YouTube short, um, it's not the point, but I know I don't get many, right? But it's I totally don't care about that. Um, I want you guys to understand something that trading is a boring occupation, and that's how you should go about it. You don't need to go about it like you're excited and you're going to get rich quick. It's very boring. So I'm not going to force trades. So when I said let's get some action in, you know what I mean? That's the fun part of like going, yeah, let's do it. You know, but we don't want to overhype ourselves because that's going to cause forced trading. Um, we're just going to simply wait for a good deal. It's pointing up right now. So if it ever, you know, if it ever like pulls back down on a red candle, I could buy with the intentions that red candle will close green, longs. So right now it's going up. I want to focus only on buying longs and not trying to predict reversal. I might even buy some longs on this red candle here. It's a pretty big red candle. Look at this, guys. All right, here's a good example if you guys want to learn a really good lesson here. Based on past patterns, when we reject this resistance, where do we tend to bounce at? And that's how we can get our support here. We tend to pull back down and bounce on average around this area would be the lowest point. So if it pulls back and touches this white line here, I know we might get a retest of these highs. I can buy longs and get a retest. So if this can turn into a red candle, it can push without me. But if it can turn into a red candle here, that's a good deal for my longs. I could possibly buy longs there and let it try to push right back up to this previous highs for a nice little profit. Based on past patterns, when we reject this area, even in a downtrend, it usually bounces here and pulls back at least 50 to 70% of that push. So in a sense, where we are now, current price where this green candle is right now, it's at that 50 to 60%, 50 to 70% area. So if we pull back a little bit and wants to make a higher low, we can pull here and start yanking price back up. If you're new here and you want to join my Discord, it's only $5, and that's just to stop the impersonators and all the spammers that come from the free websites. So it's literally just price a cup of coffee, and I only charge that because it filters out a lot of the scammers. I'm sure it won't do 100%, but it'll at least take care of 95% of them. They are very annoying. Getting a direct message from some random person trying to pretend to be me. You would be surprised, guys. These people are stupid sometimes. They've literally messaged me with my name. Like, I'm like, what? Like, dude, out of all the people, if you're going to be a scammer, why are you going to message the owner of the server with my own name? You'd be surprised, man. I don't know if they accidentally did that or not, but my God. That is so... And by the way, it's a business, so yes, obviously. But no obligation. You can stick around YouTube. You don't have to join. Just throwing it out there. Some people want it, so I'm gonna obviously talk about it. So that previous resistance, but it looks like this is going to make new highs. I want to buy longs, but I'm not getting a good deal for them. I need to buy my longs on a green candle. Ideally, that's what I want to do. Ideally. If we can get a little pullback. Hmm. Nice. Nice. This could be a potential short opportunity on this green candle. Now, again, I do think overall it might go back up, but after that red candle closed, that red, we could see a little pullback, possibly. I think I'm going to buy a short. I gotta be very careful though, because this thing could pull all the way back up. I'm trying to see. This candle closes in 10 seconds.
Order filled.
Buying one short, this might be a stop loss. It closed green, not a good sign for me. So if it does pull back down here, I'll take profit. If it doesn't, it'll hit my stop loss at new highs. Here we go. There I was trying to push. It's crazy that
Stop filled.
stop filled. It's crazy that put me down $20 right there. That's what happens when you predict reversal. That was my mistake on that one. I'm telling you, it gets to the best of us. It was technically still in an uptrend. If I would have just went with the longs, then it would have been fine. Live and learn. There is a resistance up here. That's the key of a stop loss right there. I lost, I think, $20 on the trade. I'm still up 123. But notice this is a good example here too. Somebody was asking earlier. My word, the trailing drawdown. See, I'm down, or I'm still up on the day 123, but I'm actually down on drawdown a little bit. My drawdown's 1,464, so I'm down almost $40, like $36 on drawdown, but yet up on the P&L 123. So my balance is at 25,123, and I'm still down $40 on drawdown because it remembers the highest point my account was at. I didn't even notice this, but we got a continuation on my indicator here. Continuation trade. It read enough momentum for it to think that it would continue to push, which it did. Basically, what that continuation does, like this is reading my criteria here. Notice it said good deal for longs here, like the good deal it's approaching for longs. If it is going to reverse, this would be one of the good deal areas. And it pinged them right there. But then the continuation reads whenever it's a good deal for shorts technically. So right here, you can see there was a marker that was a good deal for shorts, but then right after the candle after, it read that the shorts was it was like Xing it out basically. It's like a false alert. Like it's not a good deal no longer. It's so strong. In fact, it's going to continue probably in the other direction. So it does that. But you get these alerts in Discord as well. That's why you take those alerts with caution too. You don't take them as a buy signal. You take them as a signal to start watching price action for a potential reversal. And then you don't usually want to predict a reversal either, at least until you get a cushion. But even then, I mean, it's not really a good habit to start forming. But you want to wait for confirmation. So this thing's really overbought, but again, it's up. So if I was paying attention, I could have got longs there. Closes in 8 seconds. I'm gonna buy some longs here. Very risky though, because we're such a high price and we're showing a sideways, some sideways
Order filled.
action here. Am I in the position or what? Okay, I don't know. That was weird. All right, I'm gonna set my stop loss if it breaks new lows. Again, it's kind of risky, so just keep in mind I am aware of the risk. Now I'll be fast at profits. I'm up. I'm actually about to secure this right here. Boom.
Order filled.
I walk away with that small profit. Made up my loss from earlier, basically. Very small profit. It was only one contract. If I bought in with two, it'd be a little bit better. I might even actually, yeah, I'm going to start going in with two contracts apiece. It was a profit it ended on. The chart is frozen. Really? Why does it keep doing that? If you guys know why OBS, I'm using OBS, you know why OBS might be freezing like that? Definitely give me some tips in Discord or on direct message or in the comments. I don't know why I would be doing it. I saw something about storage, but I have plenty of storage. Is it updated now? Yeah, there we go. What are the odds of it freezing right when I get in a trade? Well, I'll just show you the, see right here. It was a fast trade anyways. It wasn't impressive. I made like $17. Very, 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 very frustrating. Potential reversal is going to happen around here. I think we should see new highs again, but just a heads up. If there's a potential reversal, I don't want to trade on the reversal or predict the reversal, but I just want to be able to point out that I know there could be one here. There's going to either be a continuation or a reversal around this area. We're obviously going sideways. Boom. There we go. That's confirmation in my book. If it pulls back up, I can buy in some shorts. 5-minute closes in 3 minutes. I really would like to see it close there. If it closes higher, it can cancel out that confirmation. Again, close of the candle is very important. It's 1 minute. It's obviously going to close pretty low here. We got 10 seconds. There we go. $5-minute no longer. Let's see. Wow, the pullback is insane. This thing would have to fully push up in order for it to not want to trend back down. And it totally could. It totally could. If it closes up here, it could totally start going right back and be a fake out. It could fake everybody out right here. Think about buying shorts right here. I'm going to buy
Order
some.
filled.
Just because it's such a good deal right here, it could fake me out and sell for a loss. I bought 2 at a time. But if it is going to go back down, this is going to be the highest point. If it's not going to go back down, then at least I'm not buying at the lowest point. Boom, up 28 bucks. I feel like I should be up more than that. 30 bucks there. Think about locking that in. 2-minute candle closes in 40 seconds. 5-minute closes in 30 seconds. That's going to be very important. There's a part of me that's regretting not locking this in when I was up, because this might be a loss here, because that 5-minute closing in 30 seconds, it would be closing pretty high. Though, I don't know, actually. It has some potential. It does have some potential there.
Order filled.
Added to my position a little bit. About to take a profit though if we can get a nice little push down here. A little nervous about a potential pop to previous highs. It's the only thing I'm nervous about right now. But other than that, it looks perfectly good, and I wouldn't be as nervous if it didn't look like, um, if it didn't make that previous high earlier. It broke those highs earlier previously, just slightly, and I think that's why it's struggling to pull back down. We got, in a sense, we are in a current micro downtrend, and that's why I'm going with the flow with that. But overall, in this entire trend, obviously it's higher highs, higher lows right now. But micro, this candle when it closed broke these previous lows, so it broke a structure right there. This could either be fake out or this could be the pullback down. So I'm going to go with the micro structure here, and hopefully we'll get a pushback down, but might not. This might end up being a decent loss.
Order filled.
Added to my position, but risky. Probably wouldn't even do that. it closes above 362 on the 5, then I'll probably get out. That'll be a stop loss for me. Other than that, it should either pull down here and distribute to the top, or it's either going to start breaking new highs. These are really consistent green candles. I will say that's the only bad thing I don't like. It's holding too well. If it needs to drop, it should have already dropped, honestly. 5 minute has 1 minute and 50 seconds left. And oh, she is. That's good. See if I can get a nice push down here. I'm starting to go back in the green potentially. There we go. Nice. I'm secure
Order
it.
filled.
I'm just securing it because that was rough. And if the same pulled right back up and closed green, I'd be very disappointed that I didn't take the profit. So nice profit there. You can see once again, I took a nice profit, but the trailing drawdown still at 1475. That's why earlier I was shocked that I saw 1500 like flat. Like that were the odds of that. So I'm up 279 right now. Not bad. Wait, my chart's not frozen again, is it? Not in another trade, dude. That would look so bad on me. Oh, okay, perfect. Ooh. So I'll say, dude, what would be the odds if I took another trade and the screen freezes again? Somebody try to call me out on it and say I'm doing something I'm not. I honestly couldn't blame them on that one. Okay, that's good. I haven't really traded the eval, but like I said, I'll just trade it either later today when I stop streaming or whatnot, and I probably won't even trade it then. I'll probably just wait for tomorrow to trade it. Just like the other eval, I passed it in 3 days. Usually I'll pass them in 2, but passed it in 3 days. So it's about $500 a day, and that means there's 2 days, 2 to 3 days that I have to go with just making a quick, $10 profit, and then not trading it just to pass those 5 trading days that are in the rules, the requirements. I was gonna buy some more shorts right there, but after that other trade, man, it was just hectic. It would not make its mind up. Frustrating one. I'm curious where this 5 minute closes on the 5 minute time frame. Oddly enough, huh? It has 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm very curious where it's going to close. I correct myself up. All right. Strong momentum to the downside. Like I said, that push right there kind of confirmed our run. Boy, oh boy, I'd be up a lot. Should have, but would have. Be honest with you, with the trailing drawdown, I still probably would have locked in my profits way sooner than this. Every time I see it in hindsight, it's different. Every time I see it, don't know what that was. Oh, every time I see it though, I'm like, man, I could have stayed in that whole trade. But to be honest, I wouldn't have stayed in the whole trade. 5-minute closes in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Ooh, potential shorts right here for a scalp. I'm gonna buy some shorts right here.
Order filled.
Very fast scalp. Like literally like a 10-second trade, potentially. It needs to pull back up, just so we're clear. I do think that a pullback up would make sense. But I think
Order filled.
I think we'll see a little retest down. So let's add to it. This candle closes in what? So show me 15 seconds. Good Lord, man. They put the notifications in these brokerages, these little trading firms, they put the notifications in the worst spots you can ever put them. Like, I swear, they put them in the worst spots. TradingView, NinjaTrader, whatever. I swear, it gets on my nerves, man. I cannot stand where they put them. All right, this could possibly, let's see, if we're going to pull down here, I'll probably walk away with my little profit. Could add to it.
Order filled.
As much as I'm adding to it, because this thing could reverse right here. Just so we're clear. There could be a reversal here. Not reversal, but a nice pullback that I just don't want to be a part of with the trailing drawdown and everything. Not with the 6 contracts. I don't want to lose all the money I made. So usually we'll get a pullback, but it doesn't have to happen. Five-minute closes in 15 seconds. Is the screen frozen or not? Let me see. Dude, I think it is. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Okay. I was about to say, what? Oh, come on. Don't get a recovery right now. Might end up taking, it might take all my profits if it does recover. Here we go. Get a nice push down for me. Come on, dude. I can't stand when that happens. I need to see a nice little push down. But it's going to happen to the best of us. I just hate giving away my profits. I just had increased the amount of contracts I'm going in with. That's the only bad thing. I do need to be careful here. I need to be very aware and careful that if it does want to reverse, I could see why it would want to. And be honest with myself. I think a pullback needs to happen, but I could see why it wouldn't, long story short. It's not gonna, it doesn't care what I want. Closing green again here. This might be my chance to walk away right here so I can keep some of my profits. It was my chance. One tip I always try to say here.
Stop filled.
Take my stop loss. That's so annoying. Man.
Stop filled.
That's so annoying. I'm back down to 25,000 flat. So now here's a point proven. This is why trailing drawdown is very aggravating sometimes. My trailing drawdown is at 1,195, even though my account's still at 25,000. Like my account's at 25,000 flat, but my drawdown's at 1,200. So it sucks, but it's, you know, it is how it is. It is how it is. I'm gonna buy some shorts here, I think.
Order filled.
About $70 there. Closing
Order
out.
filled.
It's very annoying though that just pulled all the way back down where I could have broke even almost. Back up $70, $77.
Order filled.
It's insane, right? These candles are acting wild right here. I would say just be careful in your trades right now because these candles are acting crazy. Once again, I'm going to have to take a loss on this one. I'm trying to wait for it to close. I try not to get too emotional until the candle closes because it can say a whole different story when it closes, but there's a point. It just depends.
Order
I'm
filled.
going to add into it. If it closes really green, then I can walk away. It closes in a few seconds here. Yeah, it looks like this might be reversing back to the upside. Very, very frustrating, dude. Very frustrating. Cannot stand that crap. Yeah, I'm going to walk away from this trade, I guess. Even if it does decide to come back down, it is what it
Order
is.
filled.
I'm just walking away. I can't with that. Dude, it makes me so mad. This is why I cannot stand a frustrating fake out. It is so frustrating. No matter how long you've been trading, man, fake outs will get on your nerves. But that's why when that happens, I give myself a little break. I go out and take a deep breath, blah blah blah. Try to what I try to do is take a deep breath and just try to. If you don't want to go out and take a deep breath, what I would recommend if you ever take a loss on something, it's very frustrating, especially when it was in your favor and still went south, which will happen. Um, you at least want to give yourself like a 5 to 10 minute break from trading. Don't try to go in recovery mode. Don't try to immediately place trades to recover it. Odds are you'll end up just increasing it. So I would suggest to completely just take a small break. Even a 5 to 10 minute break could let things play out, let it change its direction, let it act weird, and then maybe it'll start showing you a clearer direction. That's at least that's helped me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll be right back. All right, so I was going to take a little bit longer of a break there, but I'm seeing a potential pullback here. This candle closes in 43 seconds. I was thinking about going long here. Don't get me wrong, it is overbought overall in a downtrend. You can only view this really as a very good deal for shorts, but this current trend is making higher highs and higher lows. So I'm going to try to go with the flow on it. That's a pretty red candle. There's a point to where I don't know. I don't know if even longs would be. Oh, my YouTube just started playing in the background. What up? Hopefully this isn't going to distract me here. Okay. There's a point to where is it going to actually just continue to trade down, because that right there, that's a little risky.
Order
I'm
filled.
going to buy some longs here. I was going to buy some shorts, but I'm just going to go with the flow on this one. About 30 bucks. It's crazy. My drawdown's at 1100, but I'm only down 100 bucks on the day. Yes, I am. I might secure the profit here, and if it pulls back, I can lock it in. Well, we might get another run here.
Order filled.
I'll slowly try to recover this here. Here in about 20 minutes or so, I'm at like 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to end the live. Just a heads up. I'm going to try if I can get this thing done, because I've already been live for quite a while, like 4 hours. Ooh, we gotta be careful. Ouch. Let's see. It's gonna have a nice breakout right here. It's probably not gonna fill me either.
Order filled.
Possibly it could either drop or it can have a nice little breakout to the upside. I'm only in with 2 contracts though. One minute candle closes in 20 seconds. There we go. This thing will probably keep making new highs. It closes in 20 seconds. I'm tempted to secure it though because it is at that previous high. Usually we have reactions there. As in, if it wants to go south, what's it going to do? Make a lower high. If it wants to start going bearish, it'll make a lower high. This is that lower high. So I might lock it in just because of that reason there. And this candle closes. I was trying to wait for it to close in 2 seconds. And it didn't close super green there. All right. I'm going to lock it in.
Order filled.
It's struggling so much here. It's making me want to buy the shorts, but I'm not trying to predict it. That reversal there. If I did, it's not like I'm at a terrible deal anyways. It's such a good deal. Matter of fact, it's almost worth the risk because it's at its previous high. Uh-oh. This thing has the opportunity to actually trade all the way back down here. It's like starting to curl down. Because it broke new highs, but it couldn't maintain them. 5 minute closes in 2 more minutes. Closed pretty red there. It is right next to that support level. I'm tempted to go ahead and buy some shorts here. That 5 minute closes in 1 minute and 40 seconds. I really want to wait for that one in a way. This thing could fake out and start going right back up. just like I did last time, it even carries the pattern today of it. Hmm. 5 minute closes in 1 more minute. I'm gonna buy some longs here.
Order filled.
Might lock it in right there. Nice push. Lock that in.
Order filled.
Nice big push there. So I'm up $91 right now, but my drawdown's only at 13. Still, it's not, I mean, it's not terrible. I hate how TradingView, I wonder if there's a way, if anybody's watching this, there's only 2 people watching. It's probably myself, and I guarantee it's probably my word, which is awesome because that's actually really sick. We'll remember this, my word. Is it you in here? I'm about to find out. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm in here, bro. Nice. We'll remember that. That's sick. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get this dang thing. Every time you click the screen on Tradeovate or on NinjaTrader, it pops open this. In theory, this is cool, right? It's like I can make a quick trade, but I don't like it because when I click on my drawing to go delete it or make the drawing active, I have to click on it and then hit delete. But it click on it and then delete. But it pops that open and it drives me nuts. This could totally push back up, but since it closed red right there, there might be a chance it holds this descending pattern. I might grab some shorts if it does push a little more. It's not going to fill me. It's not going to fill my shorts. Oh, it might have. Oh, candle closed green there. It is being choppy right now.
Order filled.
I'm going to buy shorts right there. Again, this could be a full recovery or I could be buying at the top. I'm waiting for the close of the candle. My idea behind this trade is that this candle pulls back down and closes. If it closes really green, it might be my early sign to go ahead and leave the trade. As if that wouldn't be going as planned. But so far, it looks good. I'm back up quite a bit here. Five-minute closes in 2 minutes, and the 2-minute closes in 1 minute. Isn't that funny? If it's going to push, it's going to push now. If it doesn't push now, and if it closes red again here on the 1 minute time frame, I might even add to my position. But if it closes really green here, then it could really have a nice push. But if not, it's going to have a pretty nasty fall, more than likely, because it'll just confirm the resistance there, which I think is what a lot of people are waiting on. Closes in 10 seconds.
Order filled.
Add it to my position, but I don't want to keep adding because that did just close green there. I'm going to lower my stop loss. I'm only going to stand in 4 contracts in this because I don't want to keep giving back what I'm making. And right now I keep making nice profits and then giving it right back. This does look like it might have a chance to pop out here, and if it does, it'll be a pretty nice push. I'm trying my best to wait for the 5-minute close. It closes in 10 seconds. If it can pull back pretty aggressively here, it'll look good for me. But if not, the next candle, if I get the opportunity, I'll sell for a profit. If I even get the chance to do so. Because, see, it closed really green here, so this thing might start ripping. Yeah, there's a chance I take this loss. I keep losing, and that drives me nuts. I was just up, now I'm back down. Yeah, it's going to hit my stop here probably.
Stop filled.
Very frustrating. Today is choppy and frustrating. So I did the same thing over here. Let's say that's what we're going to be repeating. Repeating this exact pattern. We'll probably start seeing some resistance around here. So I pull back. I was wanting to get some shorts there, but I might buy some longs instead.
Order filled.
Same might continue to push down. If it drops so much that it might, just might start trying to push back down. So I might have to leave with the loss here because I bought longs here. But let's see. I'll probably exit this trade. Yeah, because it closed right there, but it didn't close very well.
Order filled.
There we go. Left the trade. I don't think I was profit or loss there. Overall on the P&L, I'm only down 39 bucks. It's not bad. It's just the drawdown is very annoying. Starting new fundeds is frustrating. Once you get a cushion build, it gets so much smoother. And not only that, it's a lot less stressful because your drawdown eventually freezes. Once you hit 26,000, I think, let's see, 26,600, I believe, you could be at 30K. And if you're at 30K, the drawdown stays at 26,600. If you hit $50,000 in the account, your drawdown is still all the way at 26,600, which is the cushion you want to build. So you can then manage to actually take risk. You can lose $3,000 and it won't nudge your account. You won't lose the account or anything. So that's the reason why we want to build a cushion and why we don't want to withdraw immediately. Like if you make, you're at 27,000, you can withdraw your profits. But if you do that, you're setting yourself right back down to ground zero. The whole point is for us to get away from that drawdown. We needed to get away from the trailing drawdown to where eventually it will stop trailing. Eventually it freezes. And when it freezes and you build a nice cushion, just say you have $5,000, you could lose $5,000 and not lose your funded account. That's the idea. That way on a bad day, if you lose, 1,500, it's still not nudging your account. The next day you can recover it. I'll buy shorts.
Order filled.
Looks like we are potentially getting a reversal here. Potentially. It could push back up here, but we'll see. I accidentally just added to my position. I genuinely didn't mean to add to my position right there. I want to see a nice big push down. This is technically an overall uptrend. I probably need to get out of this because I'm over here predicting reversal. Telling you, when you break your rules and you lose your money, it's so much worse than losing your money when you don't break your rules. Because then you beat yourself up. You're like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? So when I'm up on this trade, if I am here, then I'm going to exit. Might have to leave with a loss here. And I do think, I am technically speaking on the predicting reversal side. I do think it needs to come back down, but right now it still has an upward momentum to it. Now, look, I'm going to have to take a heavier loss because I broke my rule. I might get lucky and leave with a profit, but I'll probably end up taking a heavier loss because this looks like it might start ripping up here. Depends. I'm watching where this 1 minute closes. We have a few seconds, but if it closes really green, it could be a pop out to the upside. It closed. Wait, no, it hasn't closed yet. I was going to say it closed green. I don't know why. I just saw it close. 15 seconds. Oh, it closed green, didn't it? Man. Yep. I'm going to take a loss on this one. That sucks. Another loss. It's tearing my drawdown up right now. I'm down 154 on the day. Drawdown's at 1,000. It is at that previous high, so there's a part of me that wanted to only add to my position, but I'm trying my best not to push that until I get a cushion. Again, emphasizing that in case there's someone new watching, it's not the same as my eval. My evals, yeah, I'd probably be adding a little bit, but it just depends. It really just depends on how the trend looks. This trend's obviously up. It's making a very clean trend up. Based on past patterns, there is a pullback that's inevitable that will happen, and it'll probably pull back to the 25,372 mark. I was trying to make a nice little profit before I left the stream because I said I was going to leave at 230. It's 237, but I want to take at least I want to leave on a green note here. There's that pullback. The reason why I would have added. What did I say? I would be in the green there. I know it looks like a small move, but it's actually pretty big when you're scalping with the volatility. All right, guys. Well, if you're in the Discord, then I'll keep you updated. But I'm gonna hop off here. If I do end up placing a few more trades off the screen or whatever, I'll post the order book here. It's if I do. It just depends. It really depends. I'm just gonna be walking around seeing if the setup happens. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the live stream. I ended this one over here. Barely traded it. I'm up $48. Didn't really. It's the eval. In the pro account, I'm only down 154, and I plan on recovering that. We'll probably end up recovering it, and I'll just have to post it in the Discord. Drawdown's at 1,000, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm going to end it here and catch you guys a little bit. I'll see you guys over in the Discord.